The purpose of our show is to explore Sebastian. Sebastian, here we come. Yeah. Uh-huh. No, we can be there in a little while. All right, Sam. See you in a few. Bye. Hey, you know who that was? Sam. Sam Lopez. He's the president of the Royal Order of Juan Ponce de Leon, also the president of UTB, United Third Bridge, and he's the chairman of the Florida Puerto Rican Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. And he said they're making a statue that's going on Ponce de Leon Park on A1A, and we're invited to the artist's house. Come on, let's go. Welcome to a special edition of Sebastian Plus. I'm Julian Maldonado, and I am here with the artiste, Rafael Picon. This is the gentleman that will actually be doing the statue.
Hi, Julian. Thank you very much to Channel 10 and all the people that are looking at this wonderful channel. I just want to say that my name is Rafael Picon, and I've been here in the United States in 1974. And a couple of years ago, Mr. Samuel C. Lopez asked me if I can do the sculpture for Don Juan Ponce de Leon. And I said, sure, Samuel, it will be an honor for me. And that honor became a big responsibility. So we are working on it at this moment, and part of it is already done that you can see in the background.
We have the statue of what will be Juan Ponce de Leon.
Right now, the sculpture is ready to be cut in half and bring the upper part down because I'm tired to go up and down in the ladder. As you can see, I reach right up to the pelvis. The head is not finished. That hand is finished. That one it is not. I'm working with the look. If you can see at the eyes, one eye look straight and the other one look down. Because people are going to look up the sculpture up, and I want to have hand looking at the people. So the eyes are crooked because of that reason. It's not finished yet. I'm just working, as you can see, to find out the right look.
So you purposefully are planning, you want to have the eyes looking in different directions. So one eye looking down and the other one looking up. So depending on where you're at, the statue would actually be looking at you.
That's
right.
Is that correct? That's right. We'll be looking at people.
How tall is the statue?
The statue is going to be almost 10 feet tall when it's finished.
In bronze?
In bronze. It will be fused in bronze, and it will be on a platform that will be installed in Ponce de Leon Park, which is ubicated in Melbourne Beach. And at that moment, the platform is already done. It's already there. It's made out of granite. Okay. And the sculpture will be fused in bronze. And I calculate it will weigh somewhere around 1,400 pounds total.
The statue will weigh 1,300, 1,400 pounds, right?
It depends how thick the bronze will be. And then the armature they will have to make inside and all the other procedures. It's kind of hard to calculate it exactly at this moment.
How long will it take how long does it take to do a project like this? Is this 9 feet? With the platform, it's going to be more than 8 feet tall.
With the platform, it will be about 15, 16 feet total.
Okay.
This measures almost 10 feet, as it is right now.
How much time does it take to do something like this?
Well, the second part of this, once it's finished the artwork, all in clay, we will have to make the molds. And after the mold, we will have to make another one of them in wax. And after the wax, we have to make another mold in silica, and then we're ready to pour bronze. It's a complicated process.
Here's a question, because I know that your passion for what you do is obvious. But you are of Spanish descent. You are Latin. You are from Europe?
I'm from Spain. I was born in Andalusia. I grew up in Madrid. I studied in Madrid. I went to Industrial Master School. And then I went to Arts and Crafts School in 1974. My love and passion for freedom, and thank God for the formation of the United States, I'm here to this day. So I always said, Spain is my mother, but United States is my father.
So, and the statue that you're doing is of Ponce de Leon.
The love of Ponce, that he was born in Spain and discovered Florida. Right. He was the first governor of Puerto Rico. And then in 1513, he discovered this wonderful land. And to honor him, we're doing all this much work for the love of history and for the love of everybody that is going to be involved in this project that it will be for years to come.
We'll be back with more of Sebastian Plus right after this. We're at Rafael Picon's house. He's the artist that's building the statue of Ponce de Leon. This statue is going to be unveiled next year, which is the 500th year celebration of the discovery of North America by Ponce de Leon. Is that correct?
Yes, Mr. Lopez, Samuel Lopez, is the one who is in charge of all this event. He's coordinating most of the, well, not most, all of it. What's happening here, Brevard County is involved in it, Melbourne Beach also is involved in this, and also Spain, we are in direct contact with the Royal House and receiving information about what's going to happen, what's not going to happen. But obviously, it will be a celebration for everyone.
Everyone, I like that. Hey, do us a favor, show us how big the statue is. We'll get the ladder and reach up there. You said you were going to do something.
And explain a little bit. I have this off. It's ready. I'm going to bring the upper part down, and the head it will come off too. I'll show you. This is designed to be cut on half and be able to dismantle it, so we can work on it as we go. It's not only at artwork. It's also an engineering project. Look at this.
Engineering project. And this is...
This one, we're going to do the same thing with half of it.
I'm almost 6 feet tall.
This is ready to install in another base. And as you can see, this is the way this works. It's in there and attached. So we're going to do the same thing right here. Cut it right on half, bring this upper part down. Because I'm tired to go up and down, believe me. That's why this bolt is here. This is designed from the beginning to be cut on half, because I knew what was coming. So I will remove this bolt, lift it up with a hoist, and get half of it down. As you can see, there is a seam here that is with plastic, so this portion will match with this bottom part precisely.
Once this is done, you cast a mold, and then the bronze gets done based on that mold.
That's right. The bronze is going to be exactly like this. This is what we call the masterpiece. But this is only to make the mold. This will serve the purpose to make the molds to cast it in bronze.
All this just to make a mold?
Yes, sir. All this. Because it is what we're looking for.
That has detail. That has detail in it. So that's why the bronze is going to show, right?
As you can see, all this will be cast in bronze. All the boots, these parts over here, I still have to put the talabarto, which is the belt that is going to hold the sword. The sword will go right here. And over here in this hand, it is going to carry paperwork, pergaminos, like around those time, around the time. Yes, with the orders that I imagine they bring here from Queen Isabella and King Fernando, which were the kings and queens around that time in Spain. And on the other hand, will carry a cross. Because he brought religion over here. There was the first hospital, first schools, first missions. So they did a lot of work in here, and therefore we have to honor history more than anything else. This is a styrofoam, and it has a chassis. It has a skeleton inside made out of steel.
There's a steel
The
skeleton?
steel skeleton is inside of all this. Now it's this, and then after in this I'm going to have to put a coat of liquid wax, so the clay will stick to it, and then we can model it, what we want to do.
So you had to make the skeleton, and then
The skeleton is already done.
Then you wrap it with...
Now, over here, we have to put wax, that type of wax, over there.
You coat it with wax.
That's right, coat it with wax, because the clay will not stick on the styrofoam. So we will coat it with wax, so we can model what we're really trying to look from him. That's what we're using. This is going to be more or less what we're using for his head, because this is a stamp, postal stamp, that it was made for the Spanish government, I believe, during the 60s, and also the United States Postal Office did the same stamp of Ponce de Leon. Different colors, different background, but basically the same face and the same thing.
Same features.
This is my rule. This is my rule. These are the Mr. Da Vinci calculations.
Mr. Da Vinci calculations.
Leonardo da Vinci.
You can achieve those calculations with this. That's what he's telling you.
Without this, I will go very wrong. I will explain. Look. This is where my knees are going to be, pelvis,
Belly button.
belly button, nipples of the chest, the shoulders, the neck, and the head. This is, because it is so big, you have to be very careful to control the movement and the proportions of it. So, Mr. Da Vinci, give me the formula for this. So, there's nothing new. What is new? That the celebration of Ponce de Leon is coming next year for the 500 years of the discovery of this beautiful land. That's what is new.
Wow, thank you. Rafael, I appreciate you allowing us into your studio, and I also thank Sam Lopez, who is the president of UTB, United Third Bridge, the Florida Hispanic Puerto Rican Chamber of Commerce, and also involved with the Royal Order. He's the president of the Royal Order. Is that right?
He's the president. And I want to thank him and everybody that is involved in it, along with Brevard County officials, Melbourne Beach city official, Mayor Tom, and Marshall Cantrell, and a few people that are involved in this project. Also, people in Tallahassee, as Rachel B. Potter, the Secretary of State, and our Governor Rick Scott, and everybody that is involved in this project is going to make this possible. Even in Spain, I have to thank the people from Spain, because they're all helping with this project that it will remain for another 500 years for everyone.
There you go. Well,
thank you, sir.
Take one last look, because the next time you see this statue is going to be sitting on top of a 4-foot pedestal towering over A1A in Melbourne Beach.
Leon, I want to show you this. This is a series of vestment that they used to use in Spain around that time. As you can see, in the 15th, 16th century. From, I cannot say, Spanish,
yeah.
1560 or 1568.
So these are drawings of the clothing of the time.
The actual uniform for different type of people, royal people, soldiers, and nobles people, teachers, and all that. So we're going more or less with this one, with this type of investment. That's what we went
Hey, I saw some shorts like that. You have some shorts like that around here, right?
Right. Oh, yeah. I have to show you that.
Let's check this out. Oh, man, look at that.
Ones.
Real ones, huh?
This was lended to me by Cocoa Village Playhouse.
Okay.
They have a lot of uniforms for people around that time. So these are the real pants, and I'm using it as a model to produce those ones over there in the actual sculpture of Ponce.
Hold the microphone. Let's see how this looks here. Ladies and gentlemen, you are seeing a first here.
A first real look of halfway Ponce de Leon. Julian, how would you like to go to the beach with that? And dark glasses, and you say, I'm a tourist from Spain, from the 15th century.
Do I look like a tourist? This is exactly what he was wearing when he spotted the coast of Florida. Well, you're not going to see me walking down the street with this. This is only for first and last time you'll see it on this special edition of Sebastian Plus. So, Rafael, What are your goals for the future?
My goal for the future is to keep working.
Okay.
Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and day after.
You said you were
We still have to keep going because the future has to be fused in bronze by February next year. And so we can have 2 months for the installation and the preparation, and we have to put also a special patina so they will be preserved from the ambient, the weather. Because it's going to be very close to the beach, and there's still a lot of work to do. But it's going right on time with the precision of a watch.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Rafael. I greatly appreciate you letting us into your studio.
That Ponte de Leon is a sculpture that is put on Puerto Rico. There's a few different ones. There's some other ones in Spain. There's another one in San Agustin. But my commitment to this event is to make the best sculpture of Ponte de Leon ever made. And as I always say, this is curious, because this time, Ponce de Leon was born in Spain and came over here to Florida, but the sculpture is going to have a seal. They will say, "Made in America."
Okay.
Yeah?
Well,
Yeah.
when we know Juan Ponce de Leon wasn't made in America, but he definitely had a lot to do with the makings of America.
That's right. He wasn't made in America, but he has a lot to do with the making in America. Good point, Julian.
Okay. Well, once again, we thank you very much for everything you've done and for letting us into your studio over here. And we're going to move on to the next segment. So stay tuned as we move on with the special edition of Sebastian Plus. I'm Julian Maldonado. When we come back, we're going to go to the place where Ponce de Leon landed on Melbourne Beach.